Hello, everyone. Thank you for sitting through that oddly technical issue that we were just having with the jungle. Welcome to Virtual HorrorCon, perhaps the best AP this entire weekend, if I do say so myself. Thank you, everyone, for attending Virtual HorrorCon. This is the evening game, not the late night game, but the evening game for Sunday, and I'm very excited to play this game today. Today we are playing Alien versus Predator in the Alien RPG system, where our characters are not playing lowly humans. No, because that would be disgusting, even though we're dressed like them. We are playing Predators. I'm very excited. I've been thinking about this concept for a while. So before we begin, let me introduce all my amazing players today. I'm going to go ahead and just call y'all out, because that's the easiest way to do it. Starting with not Chris, Hunter.
That is my preferred title, is not Chris. I am Hunter Fell. I'm from Warlocks and Waffles. We do a morning RPG talk show on Twitch. We also do Hash Browns and Hooligans, which is an actual play on Sunday nights. And I'm very, very excited.
And then going over to Rachel.
Hello, I am Rachael. You can find me basically everywhere at Super Rat Lord.
And then last but certainly not least, Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet, and that is where you can find me. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, basically all the places except Facebook, because fuck that place. I do TTRPG / variety streaming. Yeah, I'm hyped. I want to shoot something with a laser gun.
There you go. I think Prince specifically, you were talking about this, and you're like, as long as I get to blow up at the end, I'll be happy.
As explosions. I want to be Mr. Torg.
Oh, yes. Treat it like a Michael Bay movie.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Honestly, that's the best parts about Predator. So that just leaves me. Hi everyone, I'm Nick Francia. You can find me at Nobleman Nick. I'm the production and marketing manager here at Gehenna Gaming, and I am so excited to play this mismatch game that we got going on today. Now, for anyone that hasn't played Alien RPG, there are no predators in the game. Not yet anyway, nothing officially. So we've been having to use some awesome supplements written by third-party fans. In particular, this Predator is by... where they don't have their credits in the names. Okay, that's cool and all. They're really cool. If you just type in Predator Draft 2 for Alien RPG, you'll find it. I'm really sad that they didn't put their name on there, but that just goes to show you that you need to do that. That being said, this is not an official hack or anything like that. Use this at your own discretion. Okay, with that out of the way, we can jump into the fun. So before we set sail, or I guess whatever you would call taking off in it, take flight, as it were, onto our home world where we be having our hunt. Starting with Prince. Who are you playing today?
I'm playing Bright, the Falconer. Looks like I am the one that does the hunting of things down, tracking and such. Technology or whatever.
Awesome. And then, what about you, Hunter? Who are you playing today?
I am playing Cutter. Their career path is the Hunter, which makes sense. That's me. And I believe I am default Predator. I am the OG, the classic, the original flavor.
You're the classic. You're the standard edition, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
And we are reminded that we are supporting an awesome charity. Don't be a monster. Please go ahead and donate. It's gonna be It's a lot of fun. I'll just say it right now. If you donate $50 and you let me know in the chat, I'll go ahead and you can add whatever the hell you want into this game. Anything out. If you want something to drop out of the sky, it'll happen. It's a fun game.
Give us a Vorpal blade.
Yes, give us a Vorpal blade so we can start cutting the heads off people.
I have a Vorpal blade next to me.
And speaking of which, Rachel, who are you playing?
I am playing Quill. Just making sure I'm not playing the same character as anyone else. Okay, so I am playing Quill. The career is that I am the tracker. Like I'm not so good at the techie stuff, but I am very good at finding shit, collecting trophies and things like that. And apparently, I am missing a fang. I should have told my mouth that.
Can we take a quick poll of the people in this call and see who has swords within arm's reach of them? I have 3 right here.
I have another one over here too.
I don't have a sword,
3
Oh,
up above
man.
me.
but I do
There you go.
have a xenomorph.
I love
This is Zenny. He's my pride and joy.
That's
Oh
incredible.
my god, the little face
I love him
on the
so
top.
much.
Yeah. And if you hug him, he like vibrates, so it's like feels like you're hugging him back. It's wild. He was $30. So
Worth it.
that-
Worth every penny.
Worth
Every penny.
all of it.
I also have the Great Mighty Pooh. He might start singing if I shout loud enough, but hopefully not. There you go. For every $25.50, you get to add anything you want to the game. Every $25, I'll squeeze the Great Mighty Pooh and it'll sing on stream.
Worth it.
Oh wait, are we talking from like
Conker's.
Conquer.
Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Give
Yeah.
me some sweet corn.
Yes, I'm going to throw my shit at
Yeah, he
you.
says that. He sings that.
That's amazing.
Yes.
People
Amazing.
start donating things. I want to hear it sing.
I want to hear it sing. Okay. Are we ready to commence with shenanigans, everyone?
Let's
Yes,
fucking
please.
go.
Let's do it.
So, we see the deep, dark space. We get the whole, like, kind of scrolling star feel that every alien movie opens up with. And then kind of going across the frame, we see this spaceship that does not look to be human in origin, sailing across in very quick speeds as we only see it for a moment before it flickers back into invisibility, cloaked against the darkness of the frontier. Inside of it, fog kind of like lays across the ground, smoke, various computers that are in different languages that a normal person wouldn't be able to understand. Just a variety of weird knickknacks. We see a trophy room of weapons from across the galaxy, skulls of various creatures. Some of you might even would notice this, from humans to elongated heads that you've never seen before to other kind of creatures that may have just been long undiscovered, and maybe this ship is the reason why they're undiscovered. But in it, we hear the heavy stepping of metal boots across the floor, and the of chittering noises. Who is, let's start calling people out. Who is operating the ship? Who is flying?
Seems
Those
to be in
goes.
my wheelhouse. Yeah,
I think it's
that-
Prince.
in my wheelhouse for sure.
Now, Bright, the three of you are what you would call young bloods. You are recently inducted into the kind of the Yachua, which we would call the Predator, their actual name, the Yachua way of life. But you have yet to undertake what is known as the Great Hunt. The Great Hunt being when you leave your homeworld in order to hunt an ultimate prey, a monstrous one, something that is worthy of a trophy to take back home, where you can prove yourself a warrior. And you might have just gotten it, as a few days prior, you picked up a signal. A signal from a human base known as Arrakis. Heavy jungle, moist and humid conditions, swampy areas, and a whole boatload of this human species, and possibly something else they've been cooking up there. How do you feel about this prospect?
The humans don't excite me. They are weak and fragile. They are smart, and they shouldn't be underestimated. But this other creature, this other thing, that is exciting. That is worthy. I am prepared.
And we kind of move around. Who is arming themselves right now for the hunt? Which one of our other two?
Do you feel strongly tied to that? I feel like that's definitely something I would be doing.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like Cutter is all about weapons. That's his focus.
Checking your wrist blade, making sure your shoulder-mounted plasma cannon's in order, looking at your armor. Among the rest of them here, you're the one that's definitely the most enthusiastic to go into this hunt. It has been everything you might have ever dreamed about, actually. And it is a chance to prove yourself a warrior, a true hunter among the hunted. What is the most important thing for you during this hunt?
Oh, the trophy. The trophy for sure. Need to bring something back that I can show off as like clearly, like just visually, obviously this is better than anything you've killed.
And looking at the walls, you can see what would be considered a considerable trophy, whether it be a special weapon, whether it be a specific skull, whether it be just battle scars from a particularly dangerous enemy. Any of these could be considered something to take back home. And last but not least, we focus on the one who is monitoring communications, that is managing everything about the ship that isn't flying, that is making sure that you remain unseen and nothing stops you on the way to the hunt. How do you feel about the upcoming endeavor? Well,
I'm feeling enthusiastic because I also want to bring something sizable home to show off as a trophy, because that's going to be awesome. But of course, I'm listening to these human communications and listening to these recordings, and you're just going to hear the clicks escape this predator, which to human ears might sound like the typical.
that's amazing.
But in our language, it's like, oh my god, the human language is fucking stupid. Have you heard this?
God damn it. And something that you would have picked up on the communications is that there seems to be a war going on. They're fighting. You can hear reports of gunfire, of weapons being drawn, and something else. Something unknown. Something that sounds like the serpents.
That's when I'm going to excitedly just. Right. And I'm going to let him listen to the thing that sounds like the serpents.
Oh, there's just excited cheering at this point. It's like, this is it. This is it. This is what I'm gonna take back to my dad and say, hey, look what I did, Pops. Better than you.
And you can hear it as it's broadcasted across the entire ship, as everyone can hear the. It's like the sound that the xenomorphs make, that high pitched screech, which you would know as the serpents, or the sound that the serpents make.
Oh, yes, we get to hunt serpents tonight.
Worthy prey. Worthy prey.
I have never seen one in person.
Just
You see it and you
polishing
make it
polishing
bleed.
the wrist blade, just like
Yeah.
get it, like just taking it and fighting in the air, sparring, just getting hyped up the more they're talking about it.
And as you start to descend into the atmosphere on the moon that is Arcus, the jungle planet, I think it's important to, as you all gather around into your pre-rituals for the pre-hunt rituals, that you all remember the code. The honor code to the Achua. 1. Always hunt worthy game. Those who are unable to defend themselves, children, or elderly, are considered forbidden. 2. Equalize the odds. Killing prey with less equipment is considered a greater prize. If a prey demands close combat, the hunter is to fight by the prey standard. 3. Do not claim the kill of another hunter. This is considered a great insult. 4. Do not murder another of your brothers. This is severely punishable. And finally, 5. Show mercy to those who have bested you fairly, and who are victors in their own deadly hunt. They are considered equal and must be shown respect, even if they are not of your kind. And as you start to descend, we can see you're still cloaked, as we can see the engines lowering into the tree line. As you can see the gigantic multi-floored fortress that is the human base. And around you can see something has happened to the jungle. Something that you weren't ready for. Parts of the trees have been calcified as if affected by a bombing. And as you kind of go closer, you can see there are bodies surrounding the entirety of where the colony used to be, covered in a black substance like tar. Whatever it is, it seems incredibly deadly. And as you touch down onto a clearing, you hear the door. The lifts start to lower. Is there anything you would like to do before you leave your ship for the hunt? Once the hunt has commenced, you will not be able to return here.
I make sure I have all my equipment. Look over my companions to make sure that they also have all of their equipment. Grab some extra equipment. Just sort of put it over my shoulders. And my character, Cutter, is not the smartest. Big, strong brute of a character. So he just takes that stuff. Can't think of anything else he would need. Walks out.
And that's what it's just gonna click after him and just be like, bro, you need snacks.
Cutter just turns around and goes, "If I don't kill, I don't eat." And then I turn and I walk out.
What a fucking meathead.
And I would like to turn everyone's
expect in the first place.
And I would like to turn everyone's attention to the top left corner of their sheet. Your personal agenda. This is the goal that you want to accomplish today. I would ask that you don't share what it is, because agendas are personal, but that is your heading, as it were. It doesn't need to be everything you do, but it should be something you attempt to do, at least. And they all are very different from one another. So, you land in the remains of this jungle. Are you just strolling in, or are you attempting to go cloaked? Like more traditionally, or what is the way of approach?
Oh yeah, it's cloaking as soon as I get off this thing. and probably getting up somewhere high to get a good view of as much as I can.
Oh, there are plenty of trees around here that you can easily climb, and you're all about 7 feet tall, so it's very easy just to reach up to a branch and pull yourselves up.
Don't I wish? Cries in 5'3".
Yeah, I think my goal would be to stay stealthy at least until we've gathered more information.
Mm-hmm.
Cloaking devices, and I would like to get a general lay of what I think happened, just using my tracking training to just see if I can suss through the damage here.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a wits plus observation. So this is the first roll of the game. For those that have never played Alien RPG, we're going to discuss how you do it. You're going to take the total value of your wits plus your observation. That would be...
I'm still looking for it because I am blind. Okay. Observation is 2, and I still can't find wits.
Wits will be in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
So so whatever that total number is the amount of d6s you'll roll.
Okay.
You only need 1 success, and a success is a 6. Everything else is considered a failure.
2 successes.
Awesome.
Ooh, nice.
So you have you get 1 for the success, and then you also have a stunt. So if you look under observation stunt, you can ask. Generally, you can only ask one of those 3 questions, but I'll let you ask any question you want, and I'll answer it. So what would you like to know about the situation?
Are there more of them close by?
You can see that there is, in the distance, there are still not entirely signs of fighting, but there are people walking around, and more like not even walking around, they are like limping as various people kind of collapse. And as you kind of look like here, looking around, it looks like you just got at what is considered the end of a huge like battle. A battle that was not ended honorably. A battle that was just finished by a massive bombing. And whatever the bombing was seemed to be biological in nature from the looks of the black tar-like substance.
I'm going to alert my compatriots to the limping soldiers. Just point them out in the distance.
Okay.
Y'all want to go for it?
I need to find out where they were coming from.
And you could see one of the only structures, the 3 of you, that's still standing, is the huge fort that adorned this colony once.
That's what I'm pointing at.
If they are limping, that hardly seems a fair fight.
Wasn't suggesting we fight them. I was suggesting there might be more action that way.
Smart.
I agree.
I do tend to do that.
And we just get this really cool shot of the ground sinking in as invisible footprints start to be left. 3 sets of them going through the battlefield. Who is taking point?
I am probably hanging back, and I'm gonna probably flip open my wrist computer and get my drone going.
Okay, you're gonna send your falconing
to
drone
scout
out.
ahead. Yeah.
I can take point, just so I can kind of look out ahead and see what's up and point the other 2 more aggressive folks.
And Cutter, you're holding down the center, making sure that you're able to leap into action at any moment's notice.
Yeah, I'll stay center.
As you're proceeding through the jungle, the Falcon, you send the Falcon ahead, and I'll get back to what information you find in just a second. But particularly with Quill, you almost walk into someone because you didn't realize there was even a person there before. As you stop and you see piles of corpses. And when I mean piles of partial corpses, as it looks like half of them into, like, about a good 50 to 60% of, like, their bodies have been liquefied by whatever agent was dropped on them. You see a man in particular that is, doesn't seem to be a soldier by any means. He is still awake, though, as he is slightly clutching his chest and breathing heavily. You can see the bottom half of him has been almost eaten away completely. And whatever black tar is in his body as it goes up and down his veins. He's obviously in a lot of pain.
Ah, well, sucks to be him. I mean, don't touch the no-no juice. That is very obvious by the half-eaten corpses around here. I mean, don't touch the no-no juice.
The value over efficiency, or efficiency over honor. It's disgusting to me.
And as we kind of see the tracking of the Falcon drone, you're getting images of more corpses, specifically of soldiers, as you get closer and closer to what you can call the center of this colony. And eventually that's when you get to it. The 15-meter tall, slanted concrete scrap that just surrounds this fortress, this base. At one point in time, it looks like there are shielded sentry guns that would have been in use, but currently no one is on them. A ghost town, as it were.
Yeah, I take this information in and sort of, file it in the back of my head, but it's not particularly important. Whatever this is, we need. It's leaning us towards the inside, and I want to know what's in it.
Mm-hmm. And the guns, or the turrets, I should say, are only of slight interest because they're so alien.
Cutter, you can you know what the smell of gunpowder is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can smell what plasma burn smells like. And as you're getting closer and closer, you can see through like upturned vehicles, through black soot-like marks on walls, that the firefight must have been massive. You're almost hitting yourself a little bit because you missed it by what seems to be maybe a couple of hours.
Just sort of find like something laying around in the path and just kick it really hard. Look around and see if there's anything laying around that looks like it might still be up for a fight.
On the outside area? Let's see. Not anything up for a fight. Okay. You can see you could see the limping soldiers now as you get closer. They seem to be two different sides, but at this point they've just given up fighting. As you can see, one has the insignia that says something about Colonial Marines as your translator kicks in, and the other one says the Union of Progressive People.
Cutter is just disgusted. That anyone would fight in this way, in this honorless battle, but also these don't appear to be the victors, but they were left alive to suffer. That doesn't seem fair either. Whatever we're fighting, Cutter's not into it. Does not like these things. But they will be a fun hunt.
Now, is the idea just to sneak past the limping people? Just walk past them? Or did you want to, the three of you, deal with them in any way?
Oh, no, we're just going to walk past them. They're not even
They don't
worth
seem like a threat. We'll just keep going.
Like, it's just not worth it. It's gross.
Yeah,
If
ending them is not
if
my
they
business.
choose death, that's on their hands. But
Yeah, if they
they're
go after
not
the
worth
footprints,
fight.
that's their own fault.
And the footprints descend deeper and deeper into the jungle. As we see the three kind of slight outlines pass through. You could see one of the limping soldiers makes eye contact with you. Well, as good as eye contact as they can as they look ahead of you, as if they're squinting, trying to see what you are before giving up and falling to a knee. But then he calls out. Please, kill me. Kill me.
Checking in my mental, would it be honorable to put him out of his misery?
Yeah, it would be considered mercy.
Okay, well then I am going to show him mercy and just, with one quick jab, just go for, like, the heart.
Are you using your spear or are you using your
Spear. I'm just using the spear, just bam.
And it's very interesting because if any one of the other soldiers looking around, they just see something go straight through him, and then he drops completely. A slight bloodstain hidden, kind of floating in the air as it remains on the cloaked weapon. You decloak for just a second, and they look at you, stopping in their tracks and scared. They don't really have weapons. They only can stare ahead as the cloaking goes back in.
I mean, the rest of them didn't ask for mercy, so don't know why they're looking so affronted.
And so we continue until you reach the perimeter wall that you saw before, Bright. This wall is 15 meters tall, like I said, surrounding what is only assumed to be this mighty fortress. And you can see that there's almost like there's the perimeter wall. You can even see that there's an inner wall as well. The actual fortress walls, which lead to and can seem to contain multiple buildings within them. If there's a hunting ground, this is one.
So the walls are like 15 feet tall?
15 meters.
Oh, 15 meters.
Yeah.
More impressive.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Are there doors or entrances?
There is a single gate, a sally port, as it's described, that leads through the center that you saw on the reconnaissance drone.
And I think I'll have my drone go over the wall, see if it sees anything just in the scan of around the port entrance. But if it is safe to go through that entrance, go.
And you can see as you're walking through, there's still a matter of there are some people still on the walls itself as you go through. Some people still in the shielded sentry that are kind of, but they're not moving. They're hiding, almost like peering away, trying to look for anyone approaching. But the no man's land that's surrounding the area, I mean, you're cloaked, so it's obviously a little bit different. There's nothing can approach from the looks of it. They've kind of holed themselves up in here. But as the drone kind of goes over further, you can see the grounds within are littered with twisted, frozen bodies and wreckage. Black smoke billows from impact craters everywhere. You can see what used to be the West Wing and Southwest Bastion have just collapsed from whatever explosive fire. And all is
Does
kind
that
of quiet.
look like the most recent area of fighting?
Oh yes, this looks like to be where the center was.
Excellent. And that is where I'll point the rest of the crew at, like, bring it up on the computer, show them this is where we need to be. And I'm going in.
We're all going through the Sally port.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You can kind of see here as you start to enter through the Sally port, you get the feeling immediately that you're being watched. And the feeling that
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
I think it's at that point I'm going to check my motion tracker.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking for things sneaking up on me then.
Yeah.
As you check your motion tracker, you could see, it's weird, it's nothing close to you, but you can see the occasional blip does light up before disappearing completely.
Like, bap at it, see if it's malfunctioning, just
Nope.
percussive maintenance.
It just seems to be kind of drifting in and out of the signal, as it were.
Is there anywhere nearby that something could sneak up on us?
So the Sally Port is basically just like a 2-lane road. So there's what's in front of you, and there's what's behind you. If something was positioned on the perimeter walls, I guess that would be something. But the serpents don't really have range.
Vents or
Not out here now.
The biomasks have thermal, right?
Yeah, so they actually, funny enough, the way that predators like can see in general is thermal. That's their sight. The biomass just enhance that and allow a little bit further clarity.
Cool. Just keep the guard up, looking around, ready for anything.
Yeah, nothing's gonna sneak up on us. I'm not letting that happen.
And as you're kind of going through the Sally Port, which is about 60 meters, you come up to this ramp that has just been basically like partially collapsed. And it looks like there's there once is a way to get through for underground access, but it is now surrounded on fire as smoke billows out of it. And as you enter onto the ground,
I was gonna say, does this look like someone tried to blow this area up, or this is just like accidental? Everything else.
This looks like collateral.
Got it. Okay.
As you go onto the grounds, you can see that there are a few like intact ATVs still around. There's abandoned vehicles. There are little bodies everywhere. Some some bombarded by whatever the tar was, but also some that look like they have met their end in a fight. In particular, you see one still alive body. There are at the center up against one of the embankments, the kind of the chest high walls, as it were. There is seems to be a soldier of a higher ranking. The soldier is surrounded by the bodies of looks to be UPP fighters. And he sits there, slumped against the wall, gun in one hand, and an old-fashioned white-handed hilt antique sword in the other. One of his eyes has been very much injured, where it's like swollen shut, and there's a bloody trail that leads from your footprint all the way to where he has slopped over.
I think I'll approach this.
Are you approaching cloaked, or are you going to decloak in front of him?
I'm going to decloak before I get super close. That way, if he decides to shoot, I'll be ready.
As you decloak, you see he goes to shoot, but as he pulls the trigger, you hear the empty gun click, and he tosses it to the side. And like he's very much injured, like he can't get up, but he holds the sword in both of his hands, almost like in defiance as you approach him. What are you? Some sort of UPP bastard. Can't let an old man die on his feet. Or die in peace, he would say, not on his feet. Not on his feet. And you can tell the man has high-ranking insignia on his clothing, and he is older.
Gosh, they make their old people fight?
This seems to be, you could probably tell that this seems to be one of their veteran soldiers. Veteran warriors.
I want to communicate to him, to ask him what is here.
So you can, you have the ability to mimic. You can say short phrases. So you want to ask what is here.
Mm-hmm.
Commie bastards and whatever's lurking around in there. What are you? Some freaky thing they cooked up in the lab? UPP shock troopers?
Does not know.
Cutter just kneels down in front of this figure and gets very close to him. 'Cause I'm not scared of him. Gets very, very close to him and just uses mimicry to just go, hunting.
You're a little too late to the fight. It's already goddamn over. I cleared the way. My men got out ages ago.
Then we will hunt the other thing.
What the fuck are you?
That's when I'm going to take my mask off and just smile.
Oh, are you gonna... Okay, so this takes several minutes to do. So you do the whole...
Like, he's asked several times. Yes, he's asked several times. And it doesn't feel like he's gotten the gist. So, like, might as well show him. Like...
And you do the...
That seems a little uncalled for, but whatever.
He looks at you. He looks at the other. You are one ugly motherfucker.
I'm gonna mimic back at him, ugly motherfucker.
You've seen Predator 2, right? I'm assuming. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, ugly motherfucker.
Good old Danny Gulliver.
He looks
And then now I have to get the hassle of putting this shit back on.
Yeah.
Which is less cool.
Well, what are you waiting for? And he holds the sword up. You want to fight me too?
I grab a gun from one of the other corpses lying around and I give it to him. And I look at him for a second and I say, make your choice.
He struggles for a moment. And he can't really lift the gun that you gave him because one of his arms is pretty much messed up. But he manages to use the sword to brace himself to slowly get up.
If he's trying to stand himself up, I'll help him stand up.
Really?
Yeah.
He goes, "Don't touch me. I can do this myself."
Doesn't seem like it, but okay.
I'm a wounded dog, but this dog still barks. So, and he kind of holds the sword. So,
The
if you leave me
gun
the
is not for me.
And I just turn around and walk away.
wait. And he goes and I have a favor to ask of you, freak.
Just look back at him.
He tears one of his dog tags, one of his breakaways. He offers it up. Someone's got to remember I was here.
I'll just take it on the end of a finger.
And it's just this little metal thing that seems to have a name written on it. You really don't have anything like culturally that's like this, but
That's cool.
and then I'm assuming you just like cloak back in and leave.
Yep.
Cutter, do you do anything before you leave?
I think Cutter just sort of looks around at the scene, assesses that there's nothing, whatever he's looking for is not here.
Mm-hmm.
And like understands that this is clearly a warrior who managed to survive, so he's a peer,
Mm-hmm.
but not his goal. So he's fine leaving.
You leave the major to whatever events unfold for him. As the you look down, Cole, and you can see it says Major Jonathan Hatfield.
Yeah. I'm still just culturally, this thing is fascinating. Just like a peer has given me some strange tiny wee tablets.
Yeah, the only thing you can say is maybe this is what they use to mark themselves as warriors, much like you do, like actually by scarring your face upon a successful hunt. So now here's the important thing. You have basically the way that as you enter into the base and through like the inner like walls, like so you're in the grounds. The grounds are in the center of it. You have the west wing, you have the east wing, and then you have a north bastion, which is kind of like a more kind of built up open area that's also a building, and then a southwest bastion, which is the same kind of deal. So you have essentially 4 different areas that you can go to hunt.
I would like to track once more
Okay.
and see where the lizards are. I want the serpent. I want it in the worst way.
So go ahead and this time give me wits. Everyone, if you want to, can give me wits plus survival.
Okay, that is.
And if you don't have survival, you can just use straight wits.
Wits and survival. I do have survival. My wits are very bad.
We can tell.
You know, I never set out to play big dumb character. I always end up playing big dumb character.
Dumb character.
You said 6 is a success?
Yep.
2
I
successes.
have a success.
Yeah, even the Russian assassin I played on the stream yesterday was big dumb, like just gets the orders and destroys anything in his path.
It is 1 success from moi.
Okay.
Daniel Craig running through a wall bond.
So, Cutter, you pick up movement to the north.
Mm-hmm.
That's all surrounded. It's all basically like you're in the center of like a hexagon almost, and like the buildings are all around you, so you can, and they're all kind of connected.
Sure.
But you detect something from the north. Quill, as you're looking through, You also pick up movement to the west. And Bright, we're looking to see what you pick up.
I got one success, so you tell me.
You hear shooting coming from the east.
Ooh. Shooting probably means enemy.
Oh, shots fired is nice. Yes, yes.
Yeah, then that's where I'm going.
Okay.
Take me to the danger.
All right, so you're going to enter in. Awesome. Pick up the old map as I look through. All right, so as you entrance, you're going to enter through, specifically you're going to go through the east, is what you said?
Yeah, that's where I heard the fire.
Yeah,
So
the doorways are coming,
that's
so
where
that's
I'm
going to
going.
bring you to the east lobby on here. So as you enter into what seems to have been some sort of, I guess you would say, like, lobby area, kind of where they would do processing. You're kind of like looking around, you're like, There is what seems to have been like some sort of smoldering, what it means to be like the med labs or the barracks, and smoldering impassable rubble for what would be a normal human. But for you, in your large frame, you're able to easily kind of climb over the rocks and drop into here, as you can hear the gunfire even more getting closer and closer. And as you come onto the scene, this is very interesting because I'll let you decide what you want to do. As you come on to what seems to be, if you weren't a predator, this would be one of the coolest fucking scenes you would ever probably see in your life. As you hear gunshots, and you hear basically you see 3 soldiers that are shooting with pistols and have literally ganged up and are on top of this creature. And as you see this creature, you recognize it as the serpent with the black elongated head, the quadruped, the large lance tail, and they are attempting to rustle it to the ground. And the drone, as it was, the serpent, looks surprised that its prey ganged up on it like this. And you can see one man tries to go for the head before the lance tail spears him through the chest.
The lance tail. Know what I want for my wall.
They haven't seen you yet, and they are screaming out as one of them goes, "You want some of this?" And it's trying to hold its mouth shut and is thrashing about. What do you do?
Would it be? I mean, we have this like code of conduct, right? Is it bad form for us to join the fight against this thing?
Yes, because it would be considered...
it would be outnumbered, right?
Yeah, it's actually already outnumbered.
So we should take out 2 of the humans, is what you're saying?
You don't have to, but you could definitely, if you looked at the code, you could be like, oh, I could do this, and that would be considered honorable. Taking
the humans
kill
are being dishonorable.
Honestly, that's what I was thinking. Is to get rid of the humans who are ganging up on this thing, so that it could have a fair chance.
Yes. It needs a fair fight. It needs to be a fair fight.
Fair chance.
However, you could also make the argument that in killing the humans that are attacking it, and this is all happening in chittering back and forth between the three of us in the tree line.
Because we're just watching and as this happens for the most
We're having a philosophical argument over, like, is it bad?
The argument could be made that in killing any of the humans who are currently attacking it, even though they are committing bad form by ganging up on this thing, if we kill the humans, we are stealing a kill from this creature.
He's just
But
like,
we are getting
it's
rid of somebody who
welcome-
is committing bad form.
Welcome to the xenomorph trolley problem.
I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm just going to watch.
Yeah, I'm in the same mindset. Like, we are not obligated to even the score, but in evening the score, we would be depriving the thing of its kills. So,
Yeah, the way I'm thinking of it is I don't know what a fair fight between humans versus a drone is. Like, how many does it take to take one? So
It
I'm
is
like,
much
let's
bigger.
see. I saw one just get lance-tailed. Let's see if
Yeah.
the rest of them can actually manage to take this down. If they can't, then we know that 3v1 odds is not good enough for them.
Yes.
yeah,
and
I
yeah.
agree. We watch and we learn.
And of course, we take winner.
Yeah.
Observation is what I do.
I place a quarter on the machine and I say I have next.
now are you watching like cloaked, or are you standing like uncloaked? Like,
Oh, I'm watching Cloaked.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cloaked as soon
We're
as
waiting
we
to
walked
kill
away.
this thing, but we're not stupid.
as the drone fights the two remaining soldiers, you can see it a sickening squelch as it gets its jaw close enough to one to impale one of the Marines in the head with its secondary mouth as it opens up.
And then a second thing was added to my Christmas list.
Cutter just goes,
2 heads for trophies.
What does it look like flensed?
The last remaining guy manages to get a single shot, which doesn't bring the monster down. But then the soldier gets a very nasty surprise as blood begins to leak onto his chest from the serpent. And you can hear the horrifying hiss as its acid blood begins to sink through the man's chest, killing him.
Very interesting. The blood seems to be a corrosive agent.
Don't touch.
No touch.
And I need you all to give me a wits. No, specifically, I need Cutter and Quill to give me a straight wits roll.
cool. I'm so good at that.
Bye, meathead.
I do with one success.
Okay, awesome.
I rolled a 1 and a 6. The duality of the dice.
Indeed.
I, the smart one, have not rolled well. There are no successes here.
This is
Oh boy.
This seems like it's probably about battle. It's the only thing Cutter would ever roll well on in a wits roll. Is either looking for a fight or gauging the intent of the fight.
Oh yeah, I'm apparently too absorbed by my Christmas list playing out in front of me.
You're taking notes of like
Yeah,
the,
just
the
like,
best
oh, the
way to
blood is
approach this.
corrosive.
Yeah.
It's got a spiky tail. It's got 2 friggin' jaws. That's amazing.
So-
I want it all.
A worthy fight.
Something that's very interesting, as you can see the man fighting, you can see he's a very obvious thermal signature. The serpents do not, and they seem almost to blend into the background, which is why, particularly Quill and almost Cutter don't see the two that are flanking you, that try to lash out at you. So Cutter, you don't actually get attacked as you're able to dodge out of the way as one drone leaps at you, the serpent, narrowly missing you. The remaining drone that was fighting the 3 looking over and seeing the battle of its brother, and as you drop cloak, just from, this thing disrupting you. Quill, on the other hand, this thing's gonna attack you.
Oh, piss.
Did you say "oh piss"?
Yes, that
That's
is
excellent. It's an excellent exclamation.
full
it's
on
gonna-
goblin energy, as always.
It's gonna see if it can make this one attack. If it can get even a single success, it's gonna launch into its second phase. Cool. That's all it needs. It gets the 2 successes. Then the 1 more than it needs, and you watch as you are tackled to the floor and grabbed by this drone, this creature, and this thing
Wow.
is looking at you If it hits, it basically drags you across as you can feel your armor scraping across the metal, like kind of metal concrete floor. And it's on top of you right now. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you're gonna hear a lot of chitter expletives just.
Give me a close combat roll, and it's gonna do the same.
What is okay? Is that plus anything? Or
That is
this
close
not?
combat plus strength.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if it was White Wolf rolls or not. So
You're fine.
kinda. Oh, because I don't think I have enough dice.
And because you have been engaged in battle in this manner, where it says stress on your sheet, you're gonna mark one, Rachel.
Okay.
But for predators don't get stress; they get rage.
Oh. Oh. So this serpent is playing with one pissed off, ugly motherfucker.
Not super
All
close,
right.
just slightly miffed.
Just miffed. Okay, so 1, 2, 6.
You only have to beat one success. Match or beat it. Beating would be nice.
I'm just trying to get the right amount of dice
Okay.
in my hand.
No problem. It's a lot of dice.
It is. That is no successes.
Ooh, okay.
None?
And and that was a lot of dice for me.
How
actually.
many dice is that?
For me, that was like 10. Oh, yeah, 10 dice.
Oh boy. Not off to a great
That's
start
not
here.
good.
Yeah, that was 10 dice and not a success on one of them. All of you traitorous dice.
You can see
Throw them out.
as you're trying to get this off of you. Like, I imagine you have your spear in between the two of you. It's starting to open its mouth, and you've seen what just was happening. It doesn't happen yet. Cutter, you watch as you toss this thing off of you before it gets onto you, and its claws kind of scrape against the ground, sparks flying up as if.
Cutter gets pulls out his wrist blades, has the shoulder mounted plasma cannon on him, and just goes, "Clever girl," and then is going to attack. Let's use the plasma cannon.
Okay, so you're just gonna light this thing up.
Just full on, like, this thing is on me.
Cool.
Like, let's get it.
Give me range combat plus agility.
Range combat and agility is going to be 11 dice.
You just need one success, although the more successes you roll beyond one, the more damage you get.
Let's see here. Only 6s, right?
Yep, only 6s.
2 successes.
Cool. So do you want to add for extra damage? The one.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that.
Okay, cool. So what you're gonna end up doing is it's a blast 5. So instead of causing just a stagnant damage, you're just gonna roll me 5 dice, and the whatever amount of successes it is the amount of damage it does.
Cool.
But because you got 2, you got that extra one, you're at least gonna do 1 damage to the thing.
Okay. And that's just D6s.
Yep.
Again. Okay.
But you need to roll successes, so every success gets you damage.
1 more success, so 2 successes total.
Okay, awesome. So you're gonna do 2 damage to this thing you're gonna do 2 successes and 2 damage not only to your drone, but the drone that's on top of Bright as our Quill as well. As it's like it gets hit as this thing is, because your plasma cannon's like an explosive basically. As you watch as it sears their back, and they scream, and because it's heated like plasma and not like gunfire or anything, they do not bleed their acid blood.
Nice. Good to know.
Now, Bright, you see the other drone that's approaching. It's looking at you. It's kind of waiting for you to take its eyes off of it. You feel as you switch to your to your serpent hunting mode on your vision.
And I think I'm going to just pull out my smart disc.
Mm-hmm.
Never breaking eye contact. And just quick motion, just going straight for the head of this thing.
You're gonna throw it and just like.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're gonna end up doing is you're gonna give me oh, so sorry, Hunter. Go ahead and roll me two extra dice because you're supposed to add your bone. Yeah, just to see if you get any more successes.
Those are both successes.
Okay, so actually you deal 4 damage to each drone instead of 2 because those should have been added because of your what's it called? So you've definitely injured 2 of the drones, very much so.
These are my best dice, apparently. Those will always be rolled for damage going forward.
So Bright, go ahead and roll
aside
me
the ones I've gotten successes on.
Go ahead and roll me range combat plus agility, and then add your bonus for the weapon.
Plus agility plus my bonus. That is 12 dice. Let's go.
And Quill, you're feeling invigorated. You're like getting pissed off, but you're like, this is what I want.
Yeah, this is more than fair. Yes, you got a head start on me.
One, two, 4 successes. That's 4 of them.
4. Okay.
Nice.
So you only need 1 to confirm the attack. And what's the damage on that?
It says damage is 2.
All right, so you deal 5 damage to the drone, which almost kills it outright. As you throw it, it's basically ends up slicing off its tail as it raises to try to attack you, and then comes back to you, partially covered in its acidic blood.
Shake it so the blood just hits the side.
And we're going to do that to resolve that drone's action as it's going to attack you. The great thing about Alien is I get to roll to see what attacks happen. So I don't know. Ooh. Okay. Go ahead and just give me a straight strength check. Bright.
All right. No successes.
Oop, that's enough. So I only had to roll at least 1. It barrels through you, knocking you to the ground as it looks like it's trying to, you think it's trying to escape, but you notice you can still hear it. Almost look like it's trying to take up an ambush position around you. And we're going to switch back around over to Quill. Quill, you're fighting this thing, or I'm assuming you're attempting to fight back?
Yeah, so before it can get its little blip going, I'm gonna see if I can use my spear in my body and kind of flip and see if I can knock this serpent prone and get on top of it. Basically get us to swap.
Okay. That's going to be a straight up close combat plus strength roll. Mm-hmm. So you're going to roll off against them again, and let's hope that maybe this is the one you need.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. Ooh! Oh, yes! 3 successes.
All right, time for me to roll. It doesn't have it's got a pretty decent pool too, so let's see. One success. You beat it by 2. You managed to swap it. Are you going in for the spear kill?
Yes.
All right, go ahead and roll me another close combat plus strength, and you're going to add the bonus of your spear.
Okay, close combat strength.
I just love, this happens in a matter of seconds. You see Quill go down. Quill immediately just is able to wrestle them over, get the spear in position. Cutter is just firing plasma shots everywhere. And you just see the smart disc come out of Bright's hand, cut the drone's tail completely off, and it just retaliates by just suicide charging him.
So there's 1 success, plus my spear damage is +1.
Okay, so did you roll your bonus die with the spear?
Oh, I did not.
Yeah, so roll the bonus as extra dice.
It's still 1 success.
Cool, 1 success,
Bastard
but you're going to
dice.
get the 2 from the previous check that was over success. So you're going to be able to do, and what's the damage, 2, you said?
What?
On the spear?
It's +1 damage on the spear.
Oh, so the damage is 1? Okay, cool. Well, that's...
Oh, wait. No, that is 2. Sorry.
Cool. Well,
I'm looking in the wrong space.
No, you're totally fine. So the bonus of that, would be 2 extra more damage, which is not enough to kill it, but it's getting close to it as you manage to stab it straight in the chest. And the unfortunate thing about fighting these things up close, unfortunately, is that the acid is going to kind of spray out of them. So I just need to make one little roll and see if...
Oh, fade me with that acid. No.
Roll for acid.
C plus... Grant that plus the amount of damage the Xeno took 2, okay? Only roll 2 dice. Okay, so it's actually just automatic damage, but you get to see if your armor reduces it. Go ahead and roll your armor, which is, I believe, 4. Roll 4 dice. And the amount of successes is the amount of damage you negate.
Alright, let's see.
Sorry, once we get into the rhythm of it, everything will go a lot faster.
Alright. 1.
Okay, so you're only going to take 1 damage. As you manage to do pretty well against it. As the acid splashes on you, a bit gets into your arm, and...
Ooh, that's spicy. You're just hearing these clicks, and of course any human is just like, what is this? Just, spicy.
Are you ready for one last rule that y'all need to know? So,
Maybe.
the 2 of you that don't have rage are each going to gain a level of rage, which is where you put your stress. So stress actually gives you, and rage actually gives you extra die. But you need to always roll them last, because if you roll 1 on them, bad stuff happens to your character.
Oh, no.
So the more rage you have, or stress you have, you're playing humans, the better the rolls you'll get.
Uh-huh.
But the greater chance of something going horribly wrong with it.
That's a great mechanic. I love that.
So I forgot to add it onto Rachel's roll, but it's fine. We could say that just didn't matter.
So we gain a level of stress right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
As your rage is building, and that's honestly all the mechanics right there we need to know. Nothing else needed. So we're gonna go over to Cutter again. Cutter, what are you doing? This thing is in front of you. It looks pretty messed up, but it's still fighting you.
Let's do it again. Why not?
You're gonna try to shoot again? Okay.
Yeah.
As you're charging up and lining up the laser, it's gonna attempt to try to do something first.
Okay.
Ooh, it's gonna try to do the same thing it did to the Quill. Go ahead and roll me close combat plus strength.
Close combat plus strength.
Thank you, Society Livestream. Appreciate you.
That's my jam right there. Let's see here.
You need to beat 1 success. And then while that's happening, Bright, while he's rolling that, Bright, this thing is coming around. What do you want to do? Are you gonna throw the disc again?
And then do I roll the stress die on top of that, or only for attacks?
No, just the stress die as well. The rage die, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will just, because I'm feeling good after that first one. I feel like I can accurately fuck this thing.
Cool.
Let's make it happen.
And you go ahead and roll me a range combat plus agility, please, and add that 1 extra die of rage. Let me know if that rage die comes up as a 1.
I got 1 success and not a 1 on the rage die.
Okay, 1 success total. Awesome. That's enough to deal damage. So you're not going to deal any bonus damage this time. Oh no, that's enough to match its initial knockout strength. Sorry. So you don't get knocked to the floor.
That was against its attack on me, right? Yeah.
So you lock up arms as your cannon finishes charging, and go ahead and roll your actual cannon attack now.
And that's range plus agility?
Yes. Plus your bonus, which is, I believe, 2 for the shoulder mountain cannons.
Okay.
I got 2 successes, and I did not get a 1 on my stress.
That's amazing. All right, and your damage for that is 2, right?
Yep.
Cool. That's 3
Okay.
damage. That is enough to kill it. So let me just get the damage from Cutter, and then we can resolve this really cool like.
That is 4, including 1 success from the rage die.
Oh, okay. So here's what happens. We see Cutter engage with this thing and lock up arms of it, and then the cannon just fires and explodes.
Just through it.
You dealt 3 extra damage. Well, because it was no, you did 4 damage. Sorry. So go ahead and roll me your chest armor, please. So roll me 4 dice, specifically for you, Cutter, to see if the acid splash hurts you. And then we see as that's happening, as this thing just explodes in Cutter's face, we see Bright just throw the smart disc and bisect the original drone, cutting it into half as its body falls to the ground.
That's awesome. So the rage gets added to every roll I make, or just to attack stuff?
Just attacks normal. It doesn't get added to armor. Sorry.
All right. Not a problem. No successes.
Cool. You're gonna take 4 damage.
Awesome.
As the acid is particularly deadly, which makes sense because you just blew like half the chunk
Blew
of
it up while it was in melee with me. Yeah. So I just unclick 4 of those checkboxes, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
And we go over to Quill. You're fighting for this thing. You're doing the last attack on it, I'm assuming?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to twist the spear and drag it down as if I'm trying to, well, because I am, trying to disembowel this thing.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's see what it tries to do. Oh boy. That's not good for it.
Oh no.
No, not good for you. You're good. It stares into your soul as you try to deliver the killing blow on it.
Oh, it's giving me puppy dog eyes. Oh.
Yeah, if it had eyes.
If it had eyes, it'd be giving me puppy dog eyes. Alright, so that is close combat and strength again?
Yep.
Plus the stress die at the end?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's, woo! Alright, 1, and then the stress die. Okay, so that looks like just 1 success and not a 1 on the stress die.
1 success?
Yep.
Damage is 2. That's still enough. As you plunge the spear and you disembowel this thing. Go ahead and roll me your armor one more time, as the acid is going to attempt to splash out at you.
And the armor was
Which is 4.
4.
Don't add the rage.
Don't add the rage. Let's get my tiny dice up here. Come on. I've got tiny desk space to work with, so... Nope. That was my lap. Okay. 1 success.
Okay, you're going to take another point of damage, but that's it. As the you 3 successfully kill each serpent that you're fighting, murdering these xenomorphs as their corpses are now laid beneath your feet. Each of you have varying take. So Bright's taken no damage, Bull's taken 2, and good old Cutter's taken 4.
It's okay. Cutter's got a lot of health.
Because of the fight, and because it's a one-shot, everyone's going to get another point of rage.
Nice.
Everyone should be at 2 points now, because that was an invigorating fight.
And now, of course, I'm going to set about with something with the serpent. I'm going to try, with getting as little acid on me as possible, I'm going to try and separate the tongue from the mouth and the tail tip, because I want these things.
You want to take like the whole head part, like the whole elongated head, or are you trying to just take the inner mouth?
I want the secondary head. I'm
Okay.
very curious
So you're
about this.
opening it up. So you can
Yeah, just
slice
like-
this
I
thing
know
up.
what I'm about. I want that tiny one.
Yeah, just I want the tiny one.
So, then the rest of you realize that this could be a great moment to anoint yourselves, if you'd like. The first serpent you've ever killed in combat. What are the other two of you doing right now?
I will take my helmet off, and I'm gonna take the sort of like the bladed tail, and put a mark onto my head.
As the acid, just like very minor damage, just
Yeah, sizzles just a little bit.
and Quill is just removing the trophies. And what about you, Bright? What are you doing?
Oh, that first throw where I took the tail off.
Yeah.
I'm just grabbing that tail. This is coming with me.
Okay.
This is going to be a new spear.
Like letting the acid blood drip out of it before like
Mhm.
attaching
But
it to the belt. Yeah.
That's gonna become a new spear. I'm making that into a weapon later on.
I need you to roll me roll me agility plus mobility, please.
Oh no!
What's happening to
agility
Cutter?
and
As
mobility.
you are taking your mask off and anointing yourself, and you hear a skittering coming from around the corner.
Quickly montage it back on.
Do I
two
hear
successes.
this?
Yep.
2 successes, and do I roll the rage
Yep.
dice on this?
You roll the 2 rage die.
A 3 and a 4, so no additional. So 2 successes.
So you're able to beat it. As you see this face hugger come out of nowhere, the baby serpent, and try to leap onto your exposed face, and you manage to catch it in your hands, interlocking with the little bit of it.
Nice.
It tries to shake out of your grasp. What do you do, Connor? Yeah, do you just like...
Yeah, I just squish it.
Squeezy boy.
I just keep squeezing until it pops.
And it just pops into acid, and we're not gonna say nothing gets on you. You drop the corpse of the face hugger onto the ground. And you finish your ceremony. You put your mask back on. I know what Prince wanted to do. Prince wanted to do the one cool scene out of AVP, which is like when the face hugger jumps and they slice it with the disc.
You know me so well.
Yeah, I'd be doing the same thing.
I would like to take the face hugger and sort of mount it onto my helmet.
Just, ew.
Just like spread it across the top of the helmet and pull the tail down.
Oh my god.
Just- Ugh. Just looking at it, that looks like human genitals.
That's how the Yatra pronounce that. They're like, that's how you pronounce it, right?
It's canon.
Genitals.
Canon.
Yeah, genitals.
Yeah.
And as you
Well, I mean, we've got the like dread, like I've got the dreadlocks, so it's just like that tail that just sort of falls back and intermingles with the other dreads.
amazing. And you successfully survived your first hunt with serpents. But you feel like you could probably hunt some more, right? You're not done
Absolutely.
yet.
Got bigger fish to fry.
Let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break here, and then we'll be back with more Alien versus Predator.
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, indeed. Hello, everyone. We're back with more Aliens vs. Predators. How's everyone feeling?
I'm feeling like a badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes, we are. So,
No. I'm an ugly motherfucker.
An ugly badass
That too,
motherfucker.
but like I don't know what ugly actually means.
Why not both?
I'm gonna say for Yachuas, you're probably like pretty decent looking. I don't know. Who has the highest like empathy here? Gonna go off of that.
Is that how you judge
Yeah.
the attractiveness
Oh,
of
no.
a predator?
It's a 3 empathy here. I am
Yeah,
an ugly
same.
motherfucker.
I am average. That's what I'll put it like that.
Got the missing fang, just like
You are one average mother. I don't know what's worse, getting called an ugly motherfucker or an average motherfucker.
at least my
There
features
is
are
something.
distinct.
There is something very upsetting about somebody being like, "You are an average motherfucker. You are middle of the
You are a
road.
mediocre motherfucker.
Yeah, there's people uglier than you, but like, there's a lot more attractive than you too. You're just on a scale of 1 to 10. You're a 5, my friend."
You're just not that guy.
It's so much worse.
Oh man, I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's go.
So 3 dead xenomorphs are out, because I feel like I'd say serpents, and like people get like, or like, what the fuck are the serpents? The serpents are xenomorphs. 3 dead xenomorph serpents are at your feet.
Cutter isn't even gonna bother taking a trophy from these ones because he doesn't feel that they are worthy yet. They aren't his end the end hunt. They were just the ones that ambushed him along the way.
Mm-hmm.
They're stepping stones to the ultimate trophy.
As you're
Trying to
going,
get us a queen. Let's go.
so I'm gonna say you are able to go up to one of the computer, and you can find a map if you want to. And you
Oh
basically,
yeah, that's my steez. Give me a computer.
and you can see that you basically chose the side where you're all the way at one end, and you still have the rest of the other end to go through if you'd like. You've started at one end of the base. On the eastern side, there are multiple floors. Right now, you are on what is considered level 1 in this lobby. There is a level 2, and there are 2 sub-levels as well. Sorry, 3 sub-levels.
And you know what? I'm gonna send my drone down to the sub-levels.
So
If I get any scans of these things.
it's gonna be a little tough because you gotta they're like underground basically, so you gotta like navigate them through like the
Is there like a elevator
yeah.
shaft or something like that? Yeah. But I'm just
So giving you a rough kind of rundown, so if like as you're looking at the map, you can identify that level 1, you got a lot of the offices, you got the commissary, storage, all that, the lobby. On level 2, so above you, you got more offices. There's also a mainframe for the system. You're not sure what that I guess it's similar to the mainframe you might have on your own ship, but human. And there's also a war room, whatever that means. On the sublevel seems to be their hangar where they keep all their vehicles and stuff. Sublevel 1 is kind of designated that. You can quickly see on sublevel 2, that's where all the power and the ammo depot are, as well as a fusion reactor. And sublevel 3 is surprisingly locked.
huh. Wow.
How locked, really, though?
You could probably get in some force. But you can see
That seems like the place we should be then, doesn't it?
The big sign that says "nothing here." Yeah, let's go there.
Well, I think I would communicate with y'all when he said, "Did they create you in a lab?" That's what I'm thinking about.
Ooh, you think there's like top secret like experiment stuff down there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm down.
Okay. So you want to go on to
Level 3, right? Is that what you said?
All right then. So the ways for you to get down there is because you're by an elevator. You could take it all the way down to sub-level 2, and you could attempt to like maybe like find a way through. But if you want to get to sub-level 3, you need access, and it says locked by the mainframe.
So then we're going to the mainframe first.
All right, going on level 2. Awesome.
Luckily, I know somebody who's very skilled at computers.
Cool. Yeah. So I'll just kind of like, as you're kind of going through, you can see that there is like an operation center that you pass by. There is lifts. But the main thing is you can see this. There's two big things on this. You see the war room, or what's left of the war room, as it seems to have been littered with explosives. Almost looks self-inflicted. Like
I was just about to ask that question. This is like suicidal shenanigans, or
they were trying to destroy whatever records of were in here.
Okay.
Seems suspicious.
Do you check operations first, or do you go straight for the mainframe?
Well, with that question, I'm going to check operations first.
Because the mainframe's right in front of you, but you can go down to operations. As you do, you can see this command center is like a hexagonal room with 5 tactical stations. Everything's just displaying static on it. Is
there any...
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
I was going to ask what was in here. Is there anything that I can access these computers with or whatever?
There seems to be one terminal still up.
I'm going to that terminal then.
Are you about to swordfish me right now? Because I see you got your wine, and you're about to go into the computer. I don't know if there's anyone out there that knows what knows what I meant by that.
I know what you just did.
The best hacking scene in any movie. Go look up swordfish hacking scene.
I will.
It's something. I'll put it like that.
Hugh Jackman's greatest role. Yeah, go ahead and give me a wits plus contact if you have it.
Let's go.
Cutter and Flip, are you going to be doing anything while Bright's doing their thing?
Yes, I'm going to be looking just through the human items because they are interesting items. So I'm looking through desks and stuff. Just going through their shit.
You find like staplers, old little mugs, pencils. Are you just like trash pandaing through all of it? Like
Yeah, I'm just interested by what these items could be used for. What are they used for, and what do these strange little animals do?
What about you, Cutter? What are you doing?
I think I'm just sort of looking over any bodies that I see laying around, seeing if there's anything interesting. None of them are worth like taking a trophy off of. I didn't kill them, but they're seeing if there's any like weird equipment or anything like that I haven't seen before.
What'd you get on your successes? Right.
1.
1. Awesome. I need to make a little roll. Make this.
Was I supposed to take my stresses on this too?
Yes.
Oh, then I didn't roll 2 dice then, I suppose. That's 2 successes then.
So as you look through, okay, let me go ahead and consult the scribes, as it were. If you can do anything different with the content. Yeah, I'm gonna say you don't need to do this ever again. Like, if you want to hack another computer, you know how to do it now. You don't even have to roll for the feature. As you're looking for it, you see the thing to power on Apollo.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. As you hear the whole kind of mainframe start to come to life again. There's a weird hum.
Oh. That's disquieting.
Just a little bit. And because these things rolled pretty well on their stealth, the eeny meeny. Rachael,
Because they rolled well on their stealth.
That's so disconcerting.
even or odds?
Oh no.
Odds.
Okay.
Oh.
Prince, even or odds?
Even.
Okay. That settles it. Amazing. So, Quill is looking through stuff, literally just tearing drawers out and like dumping them. Something jumps out at you, and you see it's a little creature and it skitters past.
What the fuck was that?
It doesn't look to have been like one of the baby serpents. It looks to be, it's large, rotund, gray, black, and white.
I'm going to look for it.
As you look outside, you can see not an office cat. You believe the humans call this a raccoon.
Okay. I want to pet it.
It takes off.
Finally, a worthy adversary.
But I like the fact that this leads Quill outside, which makes sense for what's about to go down here.
Oh shit, yeah, so I just gotta peer out to where it went, like, oh, that thing was cool. The flora and fauna of humans is entertaining, to see the least.
Yeah. So we look at Bright. Oh boy.
I don't like that.
Bright. So Bright and Cutter. Things happen to you when you're have your back turned. Bright. Something you see you don't even realize it's there until you're like, what is this shadow across my screen? And you hear a, and it's as this, you see a serpent behind you. This serpent's a little bit different. It's beefier. Its tail is sharper. It has more kind of spikes on its back, a little bit of a wider crest. If that other one was a drone, this one might be considered a soldier. And it's going to attack you with its venom spiked tail. And it's going to apparently roll horribly. Let's see. If I don't get a single success on this attack, I am going to be so... You move out of the way as it breaks the computer, but does not harm you.
I believe it was Benjamin Franklin who said, "Sucks to suck."
And then, Cutter, as you're quoting that, you hear the same thing, except this one gets on top of you.
And does in fact just kill me.
No, but it did roll. I did roll the attack for headbite, so it's going to try to attack. Yes.
Well, there's a face hugger on my head, so I don't know. Maybe that helps. I don't know. It can't hurt.
It's just pheromones.
Basically
That's
what
what
I'm
it is. It's
saying.
pheromones.
He thinks I'm one of them.
Yeah, just like, I'm one of your babies.
Yeah.
So it's very important. I need you to roll me your armor.
My armor.
Yes.
Oh, I missed one. 2.
You needed to beat 2. The blow isn't fatal, as it shoots out its second head, and it says if the armor doesn't absorb it and any damage goes through it, automatically inflicts critical injury another 64, killing the victim in one dreadful blow.
Horrifying.
As it pierces your mask and destroys the mask, but does not get to your actual skull.
it's softened by having to go through
Yes.
a face hugger.
It is on top of you. And Quill is just outside looking for this raccoon. Quill, you can give me a observation plus wits if you really want to.
No, what was that cool thing? Okay, observation.
And while Quill is rolling that, what are the other two? What are you two doing?
I Cutter, like, it smashes into his helmet and it just sees red for a second.
Oh yeah, gain a rage. Both of you gain a rage.
Yeah. Cutter is going to attack back. He is not going to use weapons though. Like, this thing has gotten up into his space. He's just going to, like, grab the sides of its head and try and, like, crush its head.
Okay, you're gonna roll on all. Okay, so you just go ahead and give me a straight close combat plus strength. You're not gonna roll any bonuses. You deal base damage of 1, and then any extra successes will be extra damage for you. What are you doing, Bright?
I'm trying to get some distance from this thing.
Okay.
I need to get some space because I don't like engaging up close with things. I have ranged weaponry for a reason. Plus, these things vomit awful.
Because it didn't hit you, you're able to, like, back away into the other zone.
Do you want me to add stress?
Sure. Actually.
Okay. I
add stress as well. As rage as well. Sorry, I forgot.
I have three successes from my normal pool, 1 success from my rage. And 1 on one of my rages.
That is beautiful. Awesome.
I also have a 1 on a rage.
Any success?
So
1 success.
4 successes total, 1 rage failure.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just making some notes.
Can I attack after I moved away?
Yeah.
Now that I've gotten some space?
Yeah, go ahead and you roll and we'll resolve everything at once.
All right. Then I'll bring out the plasma cannon this time. Range. Agility.
Hydration.
It's so important.
Hail, hydrate.
Hydrate before you dihydrate.
Hydrate or die straight. Hey.
This is it. This is gonna be the critical blow. Oh, what are you using your disc or your cannon, by the way?
I'm using the cannon this time.
Okay. Did you add your +2 for the of the gear?
No.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that. That's wild.
Right. And then I roll the stressors. All of that was 1 success.
Okay, you know, that is still something. That's still enough to hit it. So you got to determine your blast damage. Go ahead and roll me 5 dice and tell me how many successes you get.
All right. None.
All right, it's gonna do at least.
The dice are not my friends.
You're gonna
right
do at least
now.
a minimum 1. Okay, so here's what happens. We're gonna resolve the fighting inside, and then we're gonna go to our raccoon chasing friend. So the one going simple, the one that and you Bright, you didn't roll any rage, anything ones on rage, right?
I did not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the rage dice were just nothing.
All right, that's fine.
3s and 4s.
So you watch as you fire the gun, the cannon, and it sees and explodes, and it sears the drone, but it doesn't really get a direct impact, but it does deal at least 1 damage to it, and you're fine. We go over to Cutter. Cutter, I need you, specifically the first rage effect of the game. I want you to read me a d6 plus your current rage, which I believe is 3.
3, yeah.
So just 1d6 plus 3.
3 on the die, so 6 total.
You are able to keep your cool. And you deal.
What does that mean?
I was gonna say, what would have happened if you didn't?
What if I did not roll that though?
Honestly, it's pretty cool, but you'll see.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna fail a rage roll at some point.
And it's gonna be great. As you deal 4 damage to it, but it rolls its armor and it's able to absorb 2 of the blows.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna need you to roll me your armor again. Actually, no, you're not like injuring it, cutting it. You're just beating the shit out of it. So there's no acid blood. You're just
It's
literally
just bludgeoning.
you're just beating it, and it's just like, what the hell? I did not expect it. And I'm gonna need Quill to give me a rage roll now too. So 1d6 plus your current rage level.
So
As long as you don't roll you only have a level 2, right? It's rage 2. So as long as you don't roll a 5 or above, you're good.
I rolled a 2. So
You keep your cool.
4. Yes.
And you rolled what, a 1 success on your observation?
Yes.
You find the raccoon.
I'm just gonna
What are you gonna do to raccoon? Beat it?
This thing's cool as shit.
This is the best trophy you can bring back, is keep this raccoon alive and give us a pet on the ship.
I've only had this raccoon for 5 seconds, but if it were ever to die, I would kill everyone and myself.
Oh. Basically gonna mimic its own sounds at it, just petting it and just being like, whoa, this thing's cool.
It's got trash in its mouth.
It's holding a half-eaten muffin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna give it more of the desk junk I found and just be like, hey friend.
And then you hear the explosion coming from the room you just left.
Choose carefully.
Gently setting down the raccoon and making my way back.
I just
There
love
is-
this.
I don't think there's an amount of money I wouldn't pay to see an actual Predator movie where one of the Predators spends like a solid 10 minutes just bonding with a raccoon that they found. Like, everything else is still happening, but this Predator is very distracted by Office Raccoon.
My ADD self just off in my ADD Predator just off, just like, oh cool.
Predator raccoon. I'm trying to link the R to the one where I don't know.
Flop on the portmanteau.
The rack-editor? I don't know.
The Rack-editor.
I'm not using the other name. I'm not using the other way. I don't want to, like... Alright. Going across. So we kind of go around as, like, Quill is just like, oh, shit. Here's the explosion, and is running back. As we kind of go into back to initiative order. The 2 soldiers are kind of stalking around. It is their turn to go again. Let's deal with the one with Braid first. Ooh. Assessing the threat. Right? Gain a rage. It is not trying to... It doesn't strike at you immediately. It's like watching you. Trying to study you. And you get pissed off because that doesn't seem like... It's like almost teasing you. What do you do?
I'm gonna crush this thing. Yeah, let's go. Since I'm still at range, I'm gonna go back to. I know I can land a better shot than the last one. I know I can. So that's what I'm going to do.
All right, go ahead and make the roll. Cutter, on your end. This thing's still on top of you. Go ahead and give me a strength plus close combat. It's trying to get you in position for another head bite.
Strength and close combat. Do I add the rage ones to this?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What? I have 3 or 4. 3 right now.
All right, that's much better. 4 successes. Oh wait, no, I'm not done. I still have more dice to roll.
That is 6 successes.
Are you... Roll your attack. You beat its one.
I have such a massive pool for strength close combat.
He rolled 12 dice to attack you, and he only got 1 success. So you get to roll an attack, and you're gonna get to add those 5 extra successes for beating his
Oh
one.
my goodness. Still strength plus close combat?
Yep. If you're trying to.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
What is your total roll, right?
So I got 5 successes, but I did get a 1 on my rage die.
Okay.
And I have not rolled the blast damage yet. So 2 successes on the blast.
On the attack, 3 successes, then 1 more success from a rage, and another failure on the rage. So,
Yeah, failed on rage. Let's do it.
Oh, wait,
Let's
how many
have
total?
more.
Six total successes?
4 total successes from the attack, plus however many bonus successes I get from the carryover, and then 1 rage fail.
And you didn't fail rage, right, Bright?
I did.
Okay, both of you give me a rage roll, because you're both pretty much primed to kill these things.
So what am I rolling for rage?
1 on
again?
the die, so 4
1d6,
total.
1d6 plus your rage.
So I rolled a 1, so that's 5.
You keep your cool as you get a direct hit and blow this thing completely open. As it goes and it flies past Quill, who enters the room like, what the fuck?
Just looking over my shoulder at the plasma mark, just.
And
Shit.
then you look at Cutter, as Cutter's able to get on top of it and then just viciously beats it, caving in its skull. Cutter, you're going to take a damage from just like the acid
Totally
getting
worth
in your
it.
hand.
Totally worth it.
As you beat this thing completely to death.
I just want to rip its head off.
Yeah, you do. And you kill this xenomorph, this serpent. But your biomask is fucked. You can't see anything.
That's fair.
You do the whole. You just like.
Yeah,
rip
I'll
it
take it off. If it's not doing anything, that's fine. How many did I gain any stress throughout that? I assume I would have gained 1, but did I gain any?
I'm gonna
any
say you
other?
gain another rage, but everyone,
Okay.
including Quill, takes a rage.
So that puts me
This
at
is a
5 total.
5.
Yep.
Okay.
Rage is building. that puts Rachel's only got 3. Quill's keeping themselves good.
After Cutter has pulled the head off of this thing, he will take this one as a trophy. This feels earned.
At which point, just Cutter, what happened to your adornment?
I just take the helmet and look at it, and then look at the xenomorph head, and I'm like,
Cheap shot from this thing.
and I would like to sort of pry the mouth of this xenomorph head open and put my broken helmet into the mouth as part of this trophy for me.
You can. You're wildin'. And yeah. And what do you do now as you look at the wreckage? You have the access to the mainframe now.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down to this locked area.
Yeah, get us
that's
to
what
3.
I'm trying to do.
And funny enough, in 3, there's a restricted lift that goes directly down to level 3 in the mainframe.
Nice.
Can I unlock it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, done deal. That's what I'm doing.
As we're going into our final act, as it were. I'm safe from all the damages. Your cloaking's probably screwed up on all of you right now. As you descend down deeper and deeper. Quill, do you go back for the raccoon?
No. Like, I'll come back for them when we're leaving.
Okay.
I know how to track. I know where that thing's going.
Put out a large plate of food from around the office so that it's like,
Yeah, I'm sitting
Yeah.
like that thing. I don't care. That thing's coming back with me. It's my pet.
Whether I like it or not.
put it,
You
yeah.
can get it on the ship. It can't breathe our oxygen. It just fucking dies.
Like poking it with a stick.
I'm just
Add it
like,
to
I
our
don't know what
trophy room.
happened, but all right.
The next sequel, you're wearing it like a fucking Davy Crockett hat. Like,
It's like, this is my pet raccoon. I have no idea what happened to it.
my pet raccoon. Oh, what? He's dead.
Jim.
Yeah, Jim.
Worse than it. He's dead, Jim.
Damn it, Jim! I'm a predator, not a raccoon handler.
Go back to the elders. The elders like, what the fuck did you bring back to us? What did we
Like,
chose?
I don't know, this thing's cool.
So where
We've
the
I
brought
just think
back
they're
Earth's
neat.
mightiest warrior.
They
It's like-
survive anything.
you open the chest, it's like it appears and the raccoon just jumps the fuck out.
It's just like, look at this vicious little fucker. It'll eat anything.
According to the Earth transcripts, it is called a trash panda.
Oh god, now I'm just thinking of the scenario where the predators worship a raccoon god.
Again,
Anyway,
I would watch
to level 3.
To level 3 you go. We need a little bit of fun before we descend to hell.
Of course.
Oh man, let's do it.
See, that's
Here we
what he's
come
waiting
free.
for. He's waiting to be a.
Cat.
There's a raccoon.
Baby.
As we get to the end, you descend down, and as you kind of get to the bottom, the elevator kind of stops partially way through, and you're forced to kind of slip out and jump down. As you see, the walls of this lab have been coated in some sort of like viscous fluid that's hardening very quickly to the walls.
Would I relate this to the serpents?
You would know this as the royal jelly,
Oh,
secreted only by one type of serpent.
The queen.
The queen.
Oh yeah. We're
I wanna
ready
pet
now.
that cat. I wanna pet that cat.
As you step out, you can hear the the chittering and shuffling of many targets down here.
I am looking. I am watchful. I am eyes on everything. Nothing is going to take us off guard.
Yeah, checking the motion monitor.
If I need to make a roll, I'll make a roll, but I am not letting something sneak up on me again.
As you enter into what is only to be considered the antechamber, it's pretty obvious what this thing is. As you look in, the first thing you notice is this large serpent that sits with its mighty crest poking out, its multiple arms and legs, its large kind of bulbous like stomach that it detaches from as it sees you, and hundreds of eggs surrounding it. On the walls, some of the eggs look partially open, as on the walls you can see still living, sleeping soldiers line it. You kind of remember what happened when the xenomorph tried to knock you over, and realize maybe it was trying to add you to this collection. How
Can I
dis-
pet that dog? Can I pet that dog?
Oh my god. I was wondering, I was like, what? I was like, are you like petting a pillow or something? Like, this is
No.
a big black full. Oh my god.
he blends into the shadows. Little ninja.
He's a mop and I want to hug it.
And, as we go back to the hive, like,
Yes.
you could see that something just doesn't sit right with you. The fact that they capture all these soldiers alive just to use them as essentially breeding stock. This isn't mercy. This isn't fair, honorable combat. This is just horrible. And it looks at you.
Got to get rid of all of it. All of us got to go.
And flanking it, you see two Praetorian. larger than soldiers, a little bit more muscular, as they look and kind of flank the queen. Actually, it might be more than 2. Let's roll the dice. No, it's 3.
One for each of us.
There's 2 of them. Oh nope, 1 was behind it. There's 3.
There's 3.
Just snaking around. Hand out, disc in hand.
That's great. Just like a bunch of clicking
It's so
atoms
good.
and chittering for the
It's
next
so
5.
good.
Yeah.
As it looks like the soldiers are talking to each other. And you can see the biggest of the 3 soldiers, the one that's like directly in front of the queen, the scars on its crest, on its head. It's blooded almost just like you.
Worthy. Right. Worthy. Let's go.
All right. What happens first? Who makes the first move?
So these things are close. Do our launchers do some splash?
Yeah, it's blast.
Oh yeah, then I'm just boop.
All right, everyone, roll me a d6. We got to see who they beat out.
Motherfucker.
3.
That's a 1.
Oh, just 1d6?
Yep. I just need the result. I'm just taking initiative real quick.
Oh, 5.
All right. So it's gonna go Quill, the soldiers, someone else for later, and then Cutter and Bright. So Quill, you go first.
Awesome sauce.
Someone else for later.
Yeah,
There
right.
goes Quill, the soldiers, the unseen threat, and then everybody else.
It's that Mickey Mouse thing. This is gonna come in handy later.
It's a mystery Mouscator.
Oh God.
So
It's a mystery tool for later.
So the judge says to Mickey, "So I heard you want to divorce Minnie on the grounds that she's legally insane." And he goes, "I didn't say that. I said she was fucking goofy."
I thought she was fucking goofy.
Gosh.
Max, your father has carnal lusts. I don't know if you've ever seen that video.
Your dad fuck yucks.
Your dad, Maxie, your dad doesn't have
You're
sex.
dead for yucks.
Your dad.
Back to the horror at hand.
Anyway.
I would love to full body charge in at one of these soldiers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Using your spear?
I am enjoying the close combat, so yeah, I
Yeah,
am
close
going in
combat
with
plus
the spear.
strength. As we get into like some battle mode.
Eight, 10. Okay. Treat me well, you bastards. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh. Do you want me to add the 2 stress dice now?
Yes.
Okay.
No, 3. You have 3.
Oh.
Your 3 rage dice, please.
3 range dice. Okay. To 1 success. And no ones on the rage dice.
You said 1 success?
Yep.
As yeah, you charge this thing. And you get the 1 success. All right, what's your total damage? What's your damage that you get on the spear?
Damage is plus 2.
It's just so it's 2. So you deal 2
Oh, yeah.
damage as you stab it. Go ahead and give me an armor roll. As so roll 4 dice and tell me how many successes you get.
Or wait, 2. Sorry.
Cool, that's enough to negate the armor. The acid splash does not hurt you as you stab it and do 2 damage to it. Let me just write down their health real quick. This is actually very important. But yeah, you managed to injure the first one. And then we'll get to the queen later, whenever that happens. So they're going to move in formation. 1 for each of you. So let's go ahead and... I don't know. Let's go ahead and resolve the one that's on full first. Cause that this kind of makes sense to me. Yeah, you heard it. It's going to... Ooh, all right. It gets its venom spiked tail and it's going to attempt to attack you.
Have at thee!
Nice. Only 2. Okay, so it's going to go ahead and deal you 3 points of damage as the lance tail pierces through your shoulder. And you can feel its venom trying to inject into you. That might take some damage later. The second soldier is going to rush Cutter. Attempt to do the same. Cutter, how much health do you have left?
5.
Cutter, you get dealt 4 points of damage. I almost killed you right there. As it comes for a lance attack and pierces you through the side, almost directly into a gut strike. And then one is about to be on Quill, or Bright, sorry. This one is going to be... Quill, you're at perfect health right now, right? Or how much damage have you taken?
Do you mean
Bright?
Bright?
Bright, sorry.
I'm taking no damage.
Alright, you take 3 points of damage as it gets on top of you and bashes into you. Alright,
Okay.
Bright, it's your go. As this fight is on the way.
Yeah, again, this is Bright getting a little bit of range, if possible.
Yeah.
Because I'm not letting this thing stay on top of me. Like, it hits me and I'm getting the fuck out, and then I'm just throwing my disc right back at it as I'm moving away.
All right, go ahead and roll range plus agility, please, and then Cutter. What are you doing?
Do I have any way of healing myself?
Not in battle now.
Okay. Then my goal is which one is this? Is this the
Soldier? One of the soldiers. There's 3 of them.
Okay,
So
just one of the soldiers.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack it then.
Are you using your wrist blades or?
The plasma cannon takes a little bit to warm up, right?
Not necessarily. It's just kind of the problem is your damage is resultant on if you roll successes. The wrist
Sure.
blade's always at least 2.
Okay. Yeah, let's do the wrist blade then.
All right, close combat plus strength. What'd you get, Bright?
Well, I got 2 successes, and then I got two ones on my rage die.
It's okay. It's only one. So roll 1d6 plus your rage. This might be the thing you need.
So that is 7 total.
7. Oh boy,
That's 2 plus 5. Yeah.
that is perfect.
Oh boy.
You're actually
No, go
I
ahead.
mean, I can't get any lower than a 6.
no.
so-
That's you. Primal scream. As you go, you basically enrage as you let out a roar of challenge as you throw this disc If you were cloaked, this would remove your cloak, but you're not, so it doesn't matter. As the disc flies through, cutting into the xenomorph and dealing a quite considerable amount of damage. Another hit like that. Jesus Christ, Prince scared the shit out of me. I was like, what the hell is that?
Set primal
man.
screen.
And as you attack the xenomorph, like, and hit it, it lets like a screech.
I did what, 4 damage to it?
Yeah, you did a decent good amount. What did you get, Butter?
6 successes and a rage fail.
Go ahead and roll me the rage fail.
That is a 2 on the die. 7.
Primal scream. You
Let's
scream
go.
as well. Are you gonna do your best predator scream now too? And you manage to
Pretty good.
enhance
Pretty good.
by your primal scream. You deal enough damage to kill it in one hit.
Nice.
Ah, damn.
But now we have to resolve something else. Roll me your armor, please.
Mine. I'm gonna die. This is 4 d6s. No successes.
You're gonna drop to 0, which means I get to roll a very fun thing now. I get to see what injury you took during this fight. So it doesn't mean you're dead.
Okay.
It could mean you're dead, but it doesn't have to.
Okay.
Thanks.
So let me go ahead and... so we're gonna have to roll it. I'm not gonna lie. Well, that's good. I got, at least I got to go one.
I've taken a lot of damage.
You've taken a lot, and you've had the most health. Sometimes that's just how the how it folds.
Mm-hmm. It's how the predator crumbles.
Go ahead and roll me a d6 and tell me what you get.
1.
Give me another d6. Tell me what you get.
5.
Your range and observation are at -2, but it is not fatal.
Okay.
You can keep fighting, but if you take any more damage, like your armor is basically gone. If you take any more damage, you're gonna take another critical injury, but you have blood and eyes.
Okay. Good to know. This self-destruct device on my character sheet, would that deal damage to things
Everything,
around
yes.
me?
Yes.
Cool. Good to know. It's looking real appetizing as my character's becoming less useful.
I would all say look at everyone's first talent and that you have in the talent section, the one that's like on its own line. Just remember that. Okay. We get around the we get around to the initiative again. Will, what would you like to do?
Well, this one that I have shish kebabbed, I would just basically like to try and swing it up and like splat it I'm basically using my spear like the spatula stuck through it, and I'm gonna flip it like a pancake and smash it into the ground.
All right, give me another close combat plus range. I'm gonna see what it's gonna try to do in return.
All right. Now, whee! Okay, so 1 success, and then my rage dice. Doo-doo-doo. Wha-cha. Ooh, and another success on my rage dice. So 2 successes.
Okay, awesome. You deal it 3 damage, which is enough to kill it, which is great because it would have got the head bite on you.
No!
Just so I know, can you roll me armor? It doesn't count, but I want to see what would have happened. I want to see if this is like really like that kind of moment where it's like you.
Oh, I failed.
Yeah, you would have died.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, you managed to protect you before it gets the head bite on you. You managed to slash it up and basically bisect this thing. and dealing 3 damage. Go ahead and give. Oh, you actually had to roll the armor. You're gonna take 3 damage. How much health? You got
That's
left?
it.
That's it.
That's it.
Roll me a d6.
1.
Roll me another d6.
1.
You're winded. No effects.
Oh, lucky.
Oh, I am one lucky critter, just like, oh, that breaking a sweat.
The last one looks at Bright, and it's going to attempt, because it's fighting, and it's going to attempt to try to, let's see what it's trying to do. All right, it's going for another one of that fucking lance tail. It's going to hit and deal 3 damage to you. As it lands another blow rushing into you. What would you
I
like to
get
do?
no armor rolls.
Oh, give me an armor roll. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was like, I didn't get an armor roll on the first one either. I'm like, am I just naked?
See if you get. I apologize. I'm getting too ahead of myself.
Yeah, these guys are killing you. I can't imagine why. Not gonna let you defend yourselves, but crazy that you're dying.
Well, I got a success.
All right, you take 2 damage then.
All right.
A little better.
Indeed.
All right, Bright, what are you gonna do? You're the only one. Actually, no. Bright doesn't get to go because now the queen sees that 2 of its 3 it's dead, and it's going to. It's time for it to act.
Mama?
Forgot you thought.
Mother, no.
No, mommy, no.
Please stay where you are.
That's what the xenomorph sound.
Time to die.
All right. I'm gonna say Cutter's 1, 2. Bull's 3, 4. Bright is 5, 6. Well.
Yeah.
I guess that's enough. You take. Oh boy. Well.
Yeah.
You celebrate killing this thing, and the queen immediately impales you with its tail spike,
Oh.
automatically dealing you critical injury 6/6. Impaled heart. Your heart beats for the last time as it strikes right through you, and you watch. The 2 of you watch as you see Quill, like an AVP Requiem almost. Or no, that happened at first AVP Predator. It is lit. She's lifted up by the tail itself as the queen slams her to the ground, retrieving its tail out from the impaled Yachua.
Oh no. Quill, no.
Just my last words. Kill that bitch.
And we'll get about. And now it's Bright and Cutter's turn. Still 1 soldier, and now there's a queen.
Oh man.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're for me.
My range is impaired, right?
Yep, by -2.
So I would need to get up into melee. I'm gonna charge the
You're
queen.
gonna charge the queen. Amazing.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a close combat plus strength plus your bonus for your. Oh no, you don't have bonuses for your wrist blade, so just strength plus close combat. What are you doing, Bright? Who are you attacking?
I gotta get the small one like out of the way so we can concentrate on the
Yeah.
queen. This thing needs to die now. And so I am going to take another slice at it with the disc.
All right, go ahead. Give me a range combat plus ability.
Question for you.
Yes.
Because I took that pretty bad hit last time,
Mhm.
would I take another rage?
Yes.
Okay.
And you were too bright because you just saw one of your fellow comrades die.
Okay.
Well, we'll see when we get around to Quill's turn.
Okay, so I have, before I roll rage, I have 4 successes.
Mm-hmm.
Rolling rage, I have 1 more success, no failures. So 5 successes total.
Ooh, okay. So that would be 6 damage total. There's 1 to confirm, so you get immediately 2 and 4. Alright, the queen is going to try to absorb it. No. Don't try. It fucking... it hit my leg, and I tried to do what I did before.
That counts as a failure for the queen, because it went off the table.
You know, just now.
It's a well-known rule.
Yeah, exactly. All right. It absorbs 4 of the 6 attack.
Okay.
It deals. It is dealt 2 damage though as you stab through it.
Nice.
Look at its health. Oh, this is a beefy bitch. What did you do? What did you roll? Right.
So I got 5 total successes.
Okay.
However, I did fail one of my rage die.
Roll your rage. 1d6 plus your current rage, please.
I got a 7 because I rolled a 1.
You scream again as you throw it. And you manage to kill the soldier with the smart disc.
Nice.
Eyes are on the queen now.
And we go back around the Quill. Quill, can you read the first talent you have that every predator has?
Last act. When killed, you can take 1 last slow action, such as exploding.
What would you like to do as your last act? It can literally be anything.
I think the last thing I would do is kind of flip onto my back, kind of look up at the queen and use my plasma cannon and shoot at her.
One last go. All right, go ahead
Just
and
eat it.
give me a ranged combat plus agility, please.
The heart is just beating for the last moment.
Just like mobility, and you said ranged combat. Oh boy, yo, I have nothing.
Agility plus range combat. You should have some agility.
I have agility.
Yeah, agility, not mobility. Agility plus range combat.
Whoops.
And then you get the bonus for the cannon, which I believe is 2, plus your rage. And you can take another level of rage because you're dying.
Cool. So I will be rolling 4 at the end of that. So let's see how many I have base. Yeah. There's none on that, so 3, 4. 1 success.
Which is enough to deal, you rolled your rage?
Yep. It's 5 damage.
Oh! 5 damage you deal.
Yes.
It only absorbs 1. You deal 4 damage to it, which is the
Nice.
best strike on it. As you strike it, your last thing is to fire the plasma cannon at it and basically take a chunk off of it.
I'm going to die with what any other predator would recognize as a big smile on my face. Just like, yeah.
You do the laugh. But they
Yeah,
do
just...
I love it. That's the best part of the first movie, I think.
It really is.
And we go back to the queen's turn. 1 through 3. Let's see. 1 through 3 is Cutter. Right. It's
That
gonna
makes
be
sense.
4 through 6. Let's go.
Cutter is right up next to them.
Make a mobility roll at a -2, please.
Oh no.
Which one of us?
Cutter.
Oh, okay. Mobility. -2 is just a 1d6. That is a 1. So that is a failure.
All right. You're going to take, as it literally rolls on top of you, crushing you. You take critical injuries. And when I say critical injury, I mean injuries. You take 3 of them. Roll me give me the first D6.
4.
Second D6.
Another 4.
Punctured lung. Stamina mobility at -2. You are slowly dying out. Roll me a D6.
5.
Another D6.
Another 5.
Your leg is completely destroyed. It is gone, out of action. Severed leg. As its claw rips through it as her weight bears. Last critical injury.
2.
Go ahead.
3.
Broken hand. Can't use hand.
Oh my god.
She fucked you up.
As it rolls over, and Cutter is dead.
Oh man.
Except not, because we go around your initiative and Cutter. Your talent.
Boom.
Last act. Do you want to start? Doing
It's
the
a slow.
explosive?
Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah. I activate the self-destruct.
You do the. Actually,
I'm like attached to one of its like spikes, right?
so you use your one arm and you raise it, and you flip it open. You don't do the self-destruct because your other hand's is broken.
So you can't activate
So the
it.
computer is right there, open, just waiting for someone to set it off.
How fucked up is this queen?
She's almost down to half.
Almost.
I'm not it. I don't. I'm at half health. Yeah, I'm going out with a fight. I can't not go out with a fight here. This is
And if you
honorable combat.
Because you're an engager, you take a slow action attack. If you want to use your fast action, you can activate Cutter's explosive if you want. But
no.
It'll get you on a time limit. That was the only thing. Okay,
No, I'm not doing that yet.
Yeah, no.
I came here for the hunt, and
it would be
losing
dishonorable
people
to use it.
is a part of the thing. So it's
I
time
respect it.
to fight.
All right, what are you attacking with?
I'm gonna go with the cannon for now. I'm gonna take a chance at cannon. I know it doesn't get the guaranteed damage like the smart disc, but
All right, so you do range combat. You're gonna take another rage. It's gonna give you another chance of success. Range combat
All
plus
right.
agility plus rage plus the 2 from the cannon.
all right.
This could be all you need.
Yeah, right. Not at this the way I've been rolling. So 6, 10, and bonus 2. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hell yeah. Now we roll the rage.
Is this it? Is this the one?
Take her down.
7, 8 successes. And do I roll blast as well on this?
Well, did you roll any rage? Any ones on rage?
No, actually.
All right, now, so you have 8 successes. 1 is going to confirm the attack, and 7 are going to be added to the success. Now roll your 5 dice for blast. If you roll well enough, this could be over here.
1 success on the blast.
So you deal
8.
8 points of damage to it. It's going to. She rolled low. She's going to absorb 2, which means she's gonna take 6. Which is, I'm gonna let you know, it's gonna drop her down to 4 health.
Now I have to avoid her attack now.
So she gets to go, and then you might be able to kill her. Let's see.
Why you look like that, Nick? What you do?
For you, so you all can
That's
see
a
it.
1. That's a 1.
Which means she uses Call the Guards. As you can
Mother-
hear, 4
no.
soldiers are beginning to rush. They're not there yet, but they will be there soon.
That's all right.
You
That's
get
all
the
right.
attack.
All right. So I'll attack again. I think it's a better chance to kill her with my disc. So now I'm just trying to go for the coup de grace, as one will.
All right.
Rage of 7.
I already preemptively rolled her armor, see how much damage she absorbs. We're having this like roll off.
Take her out.
So I got 3.
3 successes.
I did get a 1 on my rage die though.
Okay, so 3 successes total.
Yep.
And one,
And
so
that's
you're
a +2 damage. And then I got a 5 on my rage.
All right, you
So
keep
that
it
is
together.
5 plus.
Oh.
Well, no, it's 5 plus 7, because that's where my 7. That's where my rage. Went.
12.
7 rage. So it's, yeah.
Roll me 3 more dice as you berserk.
Oh no.
I can't, like I said, I can't get much lower than that. That is a 5 and 2 1, so 7.
So, you berserk. And you initially would have dealt 4 damage.
5 damage.
And
unless she
5
blocked
damage.
me.
5 damage, and it would have she would have reduced it down to 1. But the berserk kicks in. And you deal just enough damage by you're like, what? And you manage to bring the queen to 0. As you throw are you throwing the smart disc, or are you like using it to are you using it in your hand melee style?
So, if I could be cinematic with this,
Yeah.
I come rushing up to her, and I go straight at like the top of her head, and I jump up on it, and I just punch the disc down into the top of her head, and I take, the queens have the
Yep.
large back flare
Mhm.
crown, and I just rip that off as I break that
Nice.
part of the head apart.
And she
I'll take a
collapses to the
damage from
ground.
that for a little bit of acid or whatever, but I have my trophy, and then I'm instantly dropping down to the previously activated self-destruct, and I'm starting that shit, and I'm getting the fuck out of here.
All right, roll me your armor.
One success.
How much health do you have left?
4.
Cool, because you dealt 4. Well, you dealt what's it called? 4 damage to her. So you reduced that down to 3. So you take 3 damage in acid. That's still enough for you to keep going, though.
Oh man.
As we're just gonna play this out cinematically, you leave, and you have 40 seconds, and you hear with the thing under her head, you run with the things chasing you. As you run back to your ship, you
Grab my trophy from upstairs. Bring it with you. Mount it in our trophy room.
and in the aftermath, you see a ship leaving the planet. That's not your own. As you can see, for a brief second, going into one of the escape pods, is the colonel, or the major, sorry, Major Hatfield, and a little furry friend. As they take off into space, escaping, as you escape as well, and you see the explosion happening, collapsing the entire hive. And as you're leaving the planet and it's cloaking, you can see the remnants, or not the remnants, you can see a colonial marine orbital bombardment begin to assault the planet as the planet is nuked from above. The only way to make sure. everything, the alien, the xenomorphs, the axes, the predators, the bodies, everything about Project Life Force that was made to create the queen is completely wiped. And you sit injured, almost alive, the only one left, successful in your hunt. And you can record one last. What do you say to the logs for your elders to find about the situation?
Part of me wants to go comedy and say they fucked around and found out. Uh, but I probably would say my companions fought and died with honor against insurmountable odds and a creature unlike any that we've ever seen. And I come back victorious with a crown.
And so ends the tale of Alien versus Predator. One Predator
Excellent.
left. And we almost went off the time because I have to get ready for a panel. Let's go and do the wrap up. Thank you everyone for watching this special hack of Alien RPG, the Alien vs Predator. If you look up Predator rules for Alien RPG, you can find them. They're free. It's a lot of fun. I hope you all had a great time. I'm gonna call people
awesome.
out, tell them who you are again, where they can find you, what you got coming up. Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. You can find me basically everywhere at Super Rat Lord, including TikTok and Twitter. And I don't currently have anything coming up.
Prince.
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. You can usually find me on Sundays at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, running D&D 5e while Beyond the Witchlight and the game called Wayward Revelry. Dope cast over there. You can also find me over on my sister station, Rolling These 20s, Saturdays at 9 p.m. that will be off for the next week. And you can find me over on Ablegoth on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. for Hunter, The Reckoning, Never Coming Home. And coming soon over on Carrying Comfort Studios, you can find me for Fables, a TTRPG based on the Fables comic books by Bill Willingham. Playing a very interesting character in that one. I'm very excited for y'all to meet them. Do go check out Carrying Comfort Studios. If you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you can see who the next character is, their character art. So do that. Post out there. That's all.
Last but not least, Hunter.
I'm Hunter. You can find me on Twitch at Warlocks and Waffles. We do a actual play on Monday nights, and we also have a RPG themed morning show on Mondays and Thursdays. We've got a bunch of stuff coming up throughout the summer, so I'm very excited about that. But we'll be playing tomorrow night over on our Twitch channel. It should be very eventful. They got a jailbreak coming up.
Oh yeah. And yeah, I guess that's me. Find me at Nobleman Nick. You can find me everywhere that Gehenna Gaming is. I'm a production and marketing manager. You can find me over on Carrying Comfort Studios sometimes, where I'll play games occasionally. I think I'm gonna start playing League of Legends over there because I'm a nerd. You can also find me on Devil's Luck Gaming, where I play in. We have like one episode left of Trinity Sins of the Past, Assassin, which is an awesome, which game got the kind of this. One of us was in the game of Assassin, so you can watch that actual play over on Devil's Luck Gaming, as well as some other great stuff that I can't announce yet. Thank you, The Compound, for rating. We're actually just about to end, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you all know that there's more APs coming up very, very soon. I think one more at 9 o'clock. So check it out. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. Have a great night. Peace. Sunday? Yeah, that's Sunday.